Let's start this shit going and start this. Sorry, 1 second. Save all. All right, the best damn trucking show on the interwebs. Let's get this show going. A lot of stuff to talk about today. First subject I think we're going to get into today. Let me see. Let me pick one here. I think the first one I want to talk about today is cooking ELDs. Are you guys for or against it? I want to know what people think. I want to know about these service providers that are providing these ELDs. Do you guys like take advantage of them or you don't take advantage of them? I definitely want to get into that today. So that's going to be one subject today. And then we're going to talk about Freightliner. Is Freightliner the best or is not the best? In my opinion, I love Freightliner. That's my favorite truck. That's mostly what I try to go with unless we get a deal on something else. So I definitely want to get into Freightliners today and what you guys think about them. The next topic today we're going to get into is going to be 1099 versus W-2. A little bit controversial topic in the trucking industry, but I want to see what everybody thinks. Do you think 1099 or W-2 is better, and why you think that? We're definitely going to lead. We're definitely going to go into freight broker transparency today, because freight broker transparency is going to lead to the next subject, which I know a lot of people are going to be excited about, and that subject is going to be aafart.org. And what you guys think about that? We're actually going to bring that shit up today, and we're going to read this whole thing, and we're going to discuss that later. Just waiting for a few more people to jump in. We're definitely going to get into that. And last thing we're going to have here is the Blue Tiger headset giveaway today. So it's right there is the headset from Blue Tiger, noise canceling headset, good for truckers, good to call into the show. We're going to be giving that away today as well. Not sure exactly what time we're going to give the headset away, but we're definitely giving the headset away today. And where the hell is that little damn camera? And the dash cam is going to Happy, dude. He kind of weaseled his way into the dash cam, so we're going to get that for him. So let's get it started going, I guess, with the first topic today. So definitely the ELDs, man. Let's start going with the ELDs. What do you guys think out there? Are you guys like for cooking the ELD books? Are you guys against it? I want to know why. Like, in my opinion, when people change their ELDs, right, and they cheat the system, I think as long as the driver and the company are okay with it, I'm cool with people messing with the ELDs. You know what I mean? I don't think it's cool when companies try to force drivers into cooking their books. But like if everybody's okay with it, I'm fine with it as well, dude. And we got Football Kid on here. You on here, buddy?
Yo.
What's up?
What's up, bro?
Not much, man. Oh, this is John's fucking kid, dude. Shouldn't you be paying attention to your mom? If she's all right? Did she make it?
Yeah.
Everything's good?
Yes.
Okay, good. You shouldn't be calling into adult show, dude. I gotta let you go because this isn't a kid show, but go check up on your mom, man, and give her my blessings, okay?
All right.
All right, buddy, later. Sorry about that. It was my buddy's kid, dude. But yes, back to ELDs, man. What do you guys think? Are you guys for cooking ELDs, against them? I think that as long as the driver and the company are cool with it, I don't see no problem with it. Now, if a company is trying to force a driver into cooking his books, then I think it's you know what I mean? It's not good. But if the driver feels good, rested, and he wants to drive more miles, wants to make more monies, I'm for that, dude. You know, I'm for that. Especially since the market's been so damn bad, so damn shitty, that nobody's really making money. Like I mean, if you're using changing ELDs to make a little bit of money, I don't see a problem with it as long as you're being safe and not forcing anybody to do it. It's a game. As long as it is worth it. Yeah, I believe so too. As long as it's worth it and as long as everybody's safe, bro. You know what I mean? So that's my opinion, dude. What's happy? Your noise is background, dude. What's up, dude? Yo.
Yo, hello?
Yeah, what's up? Is it Vanya? Vana?
Yeah, yep.
What's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. I'm against the whole ELD mandate, like, period. I just hate them.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, bro. I mean, I hate the ELD mandate too. The you know, I mean, even back then though, like changing paper logs, I still don't think it's cool to force anybody to do it. But if the driver feels good, he wants to drive, bro, and you can do it, I say just fucking do it. But you got to be responsible at the same time, you know.
Yeah, I mean, there's risk to doing it. You know, if you get stopped and the times aren't matching up, you could get a violation.
Yeah, 100% sure, and I totally see it too. But especially with these shitty ass rates, bro. I mean, if the driver wants to drive like an extra 100, 150, 200 miles, dude, why, dude? Why not just do it? You know what I mean? Like,
If you can, go ahead.
What?
I was gonna say, like, most drivers can drive more than 11 hours a day. You know.
Yeah, of course,
Like,
dude. Especially
you
get a nap.
condition yourself over time. Like you got used to it. So like this ELD should have.
I don't know what the hell you're saying, bro. Your phone, your Cricket phone's acting up again, bro. You really got to switch your service providers, bro. I know you're a little cheap, bro, but just like switch to like Verizon or AT&T or something, dude, please. But yeah, so we're talking about it. Yeah, and then a lot of times, what if you're like the shipper receiver waiting for a long time? You get a good nap in 2, 3, 4 hour nap, and you feel fucking good. Why shouldn't you drive, dude? I don't see any problem with that.
I don't know how many times. Like I got a route that I drive. You know, I go from. I live in Pittsburgh. It's always Pittsburgh to Fort Worth, and then Fort Worth back to Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And if the timing's right, I make it back home within 2 days. If it's not, day and a half. My ELD runs out literally like 15 miles away from home. You know, I can't go anywhere.
Well, then you could do like personal convenience though, right? Or no?
No, I can't. Not with my ELD.
Oh shit.
It fucking sucks.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy, bro. Like situations like that, like it should be like a driver discretion at that point, bro. Like it's just absolutely wild, man.
I mean, they give us a little scapegoat for it, you know, like if your engine's pre-emissions, you know, 1999, you don't need an ELD, but
then brokers won't use you a lot on highway if you're not signing up. And you missed it. Your topic was yesterday already. You missed it on that one, but we could talk about it again today because it was a funny subject. Yeah, but like then if you had a paper lock, you could just change that a little bit. Like, dude, that's crazy. If you have to go imagine if you have to do a 34-hour reset. Oh shit, McGowan's jumping on. Oh, I got a whole segment for his ass today, bro.
Yo, what's the point of 34-hour reset?
Hold on. Hey, McGowan.
Like after you work 70 hours a week, you got to reset.
Hey, McGowan, you there?
No,
hold on, bro. Hold on. I'm trying to say that. McGowan. Yo. McGowan, you there?
Yeah. What? Listen, I got to know what the hell.
Your phone's break. Call us when your phone breaks up because I can't. You're gonna be losing calls, bro. Because McCown, I got a show for you today, bro. I got some fucking tricks up my sleeve for you and your fucking partners today, bro. We're gonna go on afart.org. We're gonna read through this whole gay ass petition, bro. We're gonna listen to some fucking percolator videos today. I got a whole setup here today, dude. I am interactive. Look at this shit. Look how fancy I am today, bro. Look, bam, subject gone. Look at that. Bam, new subject up, dude. Like fucking, I'm prepared today.
You know the videos of yours I like to watch?
Which ones?
Broker transparency.
Oh, but I'm against it, right? It's just,
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, just making
know,
sure. Because a lot of people will be commenting like I'm for that shit, and they're like, yeah, you tell them.
Can I ask you about it? Like what's your thoughts on it exactly?
I mean, bro, you're already like, if from what I'm hearing, where we talked about on the live, already to that percolator guy, he's already getting sued for like back soliciting. Dude, it's gonna just open up a whole big can of worms, bro. Because these dumb carriers that only have a couple trucks, they're gonna go back and try to take the customer from the broker they're using. It's gonna violate their contract. They're gonna get fucking sued. They're gonna go out of business. They're gonna pay like $100,000 plus for a lawyer, then lose the fucking court case. Also, another thing is it's information, bro. Like if you're going out and you're getting a customer, it's hard to find a customer. Now, if you get one, and then you have to show that to fucking people because they just hold the load for you. Now you gotta show them all that information. That's absolutely crazy, bro, and it's against capitalism.
I thought it was more simplistic than that. Like I thought broker transparency was all about like how much money they have total in the load.
Well, yeah, but that way you got to show paperwork for that, right? So when you show that paperwork, you're showing. I mean, unless you can redact the customer information, but they're so fucking stupid, bro. Like I could literally just make a company, right? Any kind of corporation, call it ABC Shippers. And then I could just put ABC Shippers to my brokerage and show them like a bullshit fucking transparency. How the fuck they gonna know you? Like that's how stupid these people are. Like it doesn't fucking matter. Well, we're gonna get into that subject soon. I got a whole setup for that.
Talk about highway, ban highway.
We'll save that for tomorrow because I got a little fancy fucking
Bobby,
thing.
We spoke about it earlier, right?
Yeah.
I found the email of the owner, Jordan Graft and Brittany Graft. They're the founders.
Okay.
I emailed them. And she responded. Brittany responded, and she worked everything out. So they're like, "Oh, your load utilization." She asked me, "Hey, are you running more than one truck under your MC?"
Mm-hmm.
I only have one truck, right? And I was like, "Yo, well, why is it anybody's business if even if I did more than 2 loads a week, right? Even if I could do more than one truck and legally handle, why is it your guys' business whether my load utilization is 200% or 40%?" Right?
Yeah, but in order for your load utilization to be 200%, you have to be doing 2 loads at the same time, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense, bro. And like, I think Highway is giving out more data than they're actually telling us. Like on the website.
Yeah. Possible. It's very possible.
They're giving these brokers data, man, and like that shit is illegal as
I don't
fuck.
think they're
We
gonna.
gotta
I mean,
start
they're
a
giving
movement.
brokers the data of the ELDs, but they're probably keeping a lot of data for themselves for their load board. Hey, McCown, you on here?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, I got a good one for you. Thank God you called in today, bro, because we're doing a whole show today, bro.
Listen, I can't stay long, but I gotta
you have
know
to.
what in the.
You have to stay long,
what
bro.
What in the hell is Happy's profile pic?
Who's? It's a cat. It's a cat between two
You
pillows.
like it?
Does it remind you of prison?
Well, what does it look like?
Does it remind you of a Fifi?
I don't know if I can
Hey,
say that on it. It looks like a dirty balloon knot from here. That little. I'm like, no way, dude. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, dude.
All right, so check
It's
this out,
giving
bro.
them flashbacks.
Hey, look at this fancy shit, McGowan. Hold on, bro. How the fuck do I?
What do you got?
Ready? Watch this. Ready? Oh shit! Hold on, that's not it.
Yeah, Roger's boyfriend is here.
Damn! Did I? Oh
Down.
shit! Did I not grab the screen capture? Oh, there it is. Look at that, bro. Look at
Nice,
that.
bro.
We're gonna go over this shit today, bro.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna go over
Been
this.
updated. There's a section 8 for it now.
What's that?
It's afart.org, bro. Like
AFF.
no, it's afart, bro. AAFART.org, dude. That's what it is today, bro. We're definitely going over that today.
Right on, man.
So you gonna stick around for this? What are you doing, dude?
Yeah, I'm just standing here watching you do your show. Listening to the back and forth.
So you guys want to just get into this now? Let's just get into this now, since and then I'm gonna watch some. I'm gonna watch some percolator videos today, bro, which I never do, dude. I'm gonna watch some of his videos today. I would not even like throwing shade, bro, but this guy sure talks a lot of shit for having like 80 followers or 800 followers or something like that, dude.
You're on the wrong channel. He's got like 12,000, which is not a whole bunch, but.
Well, how am I? Which one's the right one? Because I got to make sure I go to the right one, bro.
Yeah, it's Pontificator, Leander Richmond.
Leander Richmond.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good following.
Leander Richmond. Leander. How do you spell Leander?
I noticed we've all got fake
McCown.
accounts, but that's pretty bad.
Leander what?
Yeah, McCown.
Richmond. Yo.
Yeah, I was gonna say like instead of using this energy for the energy you guys are using for broker cap rates, like the 3% cap, use it towards highway. Like people would actually stand. You guys could actually make a difference if you guys like start a movement on banning highway.
What are you talking about? Is that
You know highway? You know the setup tool, the carrier verification tool.
I do not.
Okay, all right, never mind then.
What?
Well,
guys-
we're on a show. Let's
Simple.
you
let
guys-
us know what it is. I mean, I'm not the only
What the
one
fuck
that
is
doesn't
It's
know.
basically whenever you're talking with a broker on the phone, they say, "Oh, yeah, you're good, but we need to get you set up." So they send you a link. It's called highway.com. It's like for a carrier portal to sign in. So they'll send you that. You put in your MC, DOT number, everything.
Right.
Wherever you go, like regional, whatever states you go, you don't go. And then you basically click save and bam, you're set up. It's just, it's easier than printing out 20 pages of a whole packet, signing, your name on the bottom, and then sending it back.
Right.
Yeah, it's easier, but you're giving out data. Like there, so essentially, like highway, the difference between our highway versus like RMIS, highway asks you to link your ELD, right, or connect to your ELD, and they use that using the API code. And from what I heard, and from what as far as like the research I did, they're giving out they collect more data than what they're actually telling us
All right, you guys
on their website.
You guys ready for this or what, dude? Okay, sorry because I'm starting to set up. All right, shit, hold on. I think I got it almost ready.
You're gonna roast them?
Why would I roast them, bro? This is all.
I mean, what?
That's what you're planning. You pulled up his website.
Yeah, I got it.
You
Ready?
pulled up his website.
Here, let's go over
It's like
this,
a
bro.
roasting session.
Hold on, fuck. I'm not even paying attention to the calls or the comments right now. Okay, let's get into this, bro. We got my count on here. Let's do it. Sorry, bro. I was quiet. But I'm not quiet. Okay, I'm ready to go. So, hold on. Fuck, I gotta lower this a little too high. You can't
What's
see the
up,
play.
Roger?
Oh, his boyfriend.
All right, ready? American Freight and Fair Transportation Reform Act. Where does it start? I don't want to read all this crap. Where does it start, bro? What fucking paragraph?
It starts right there, man. It's just, you got to read.
I don't want to read everything. Like findings. Congress finds that the American freight and transportation industry, the backbone of the nations. I don't want to read. Where the fuck does your shit start, bro?
Skip down. It should say section 1. I can't see it. I got my readers on it too small.
A, B, is that the one? Okay. Damn, bro, you guys put way too much shit here for no reason, bro. The president is urged. The president is urged.
Yeah.
The president is urged immediately enact each. Is this where it starts at now?
Yeah, go ahead. It starts right there, sure. It starts at the top, but
With A, broker, Is that the one? Okay, so I see. Okay, so here's the first point, right? This is what you're talking about? A? All right. Let's
No,
go.
what's it say? Does it say 1 on it?
It says A now. Damn, you don't even know your own fucking petition by
Well,
heart?
I can't see it, man. We've been doing this.
You
a
don't
lot
need to
for a
see. You
long
should
time.
know it by heart if you keep on.
Oh, come on, man.
Bro,
Yeah,
come
read
on.
it.
Okay. Broker shall mean a person or entity that for compensation arranges for the transportation of property by an authorized motor
You
carrier.
need to back up a little bit. You need to read the top.
I don't want to read. I want to see. This isn't even the shit, bro. Where's the shit that starts all the shit you're requesting?
It's right up at the top. It's a whole. Read the formal thing. You got all night. What are
Bro,
you talking about?
the president's urge. What do you mean, dude?
Just
Crisis
read
of-
it. It doesn't make. If you're gonna just pick and choose out of it.
No, I want to read all your little guidelines, like 3%, all this shit. Where's all that shit coming in?
Well, just read it straight through, bro.
Okay, so I still don't get it. What do you like?
Start at the top.
Or is this
and let's read it through. If you're gonna roast me, you might as well
I'm not
roast me
roasting you, bro. I might
ought to
agree
roast
with.
me good, dude.
I might
Start at the
agree with
top.
some shit here, bro. I don't want to start from the top. Okay, so so you're giving a definition of a broker. Is that what you're doing right there?
Oh, it's definition starting out. Yeah, there's definition.
Okay, I don't want the definition. So when does the good shit start, dude?
Scroll on down where it should say section 1.
Section 1. Section 1. Jesus Christ, bro. AB 2.
I know I should have separated it out a little bit. all
Yeah,
right?
this looks like shit, bro. Nobody's gonna take this garbage seriously, bro.
Well, a lot of people have. Over
What does it say?
10,000
Section
people.
1. Section 4. Where the fuck is section 1? Okay, section 1. Found it, bro. Got it. Now
Hey,
we're
wait a minute. How'd you do that?
What? Control F? What the fuck? That's what I'm
No
asking
shit.
you. Where,
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying that's pretty cool. You just did a search in it.
Yeah. Okay. So section 1 to section fucking 2. Okay. So section 1. Findings and declaration of emergency, right? Findings. Congress finds that American freight and transportation industry, the backbone of the nation's economy, is in a state of crisis due to the systematic fraud, predatory brokerage practices, and the exploitation of carriers and businesses, and a decline in safety standards, the existing regulatory framework overseen by the... Dude, what is this? I still don't fucking see anything to do with... I just see babbling. Declaration of emergency. You're still not asking for something, dude. Dude, where does all this shit start, what you're asking for?
Case. You got to read it, man. What are you...
But this is
You
why
got all
nobody's
night.
gonna read it, bro. Because this is boring.
Then read it to them, man. You're the voice.
Could you talk into the microphone, dude?
Am I talking into it?
I mean, you're probably eating it. That's the way it sounded like.
Oh, my gosh. I'm going to start calling you Roger.
Okay. Definition of the purpose act, broker shall person. Okay, again, nothing. Line haul rate shall. Okay, you're just explaining shit. Okay, mandatory rate, minimums, compensation. Okay, is this where we're getting somewhere finally?
Yeah, probably.
Number 3. Okay, so minimum compensation, mandatory line haul rate. All freight hauled in the United States shall be subject to minimum line haul rate of no less than $5 per mile. Okay, right there. Crazy talk, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Like if it's 3,000 miles, like for to haul, like
What if it's 10 miles?
even with 10 miles, that's still terrible, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like either way you look at it, is there too expensive or too cheap? Or you know what I mean? So okay, this will never happen. This is not capitalism. This is not supply and demand.
Man,
So-
my last load of robotics was $7 a mile. What do you mean that's not going to happen?
Going how many miles?
Rates
Bro,
aren't there, man.
Is there loads that pay better? Sure, bro. But you're saying mandatory minimum, dude. That's never gonna happen, bro. Are you gonna get
Not a
loads?
floor.
Sure.
There should be no truck operate at a loss.
Okay.
Ever.
Why?
Why? Do we go to the fuel pump and get to negotiate the price and say, oh, man, I can get fuel across town. We got to drop this down. I've been waiting in line for 10 hours. I can't pay the full. No, the industry should set our own rate and have
Okay.
a mandatory minimum. So nobody fucking loses.
Okay. And you know how many people are going to lose because nobody's going to be able to ship shit. Only a few trucks are going to get the loads because the market's not going to have that many
Only
loads
a
to
few
feed
trucks
everybody.
can get the load. There's only enough loads for trucks.
So you know what's going to happen then?
That don't change.
You know what's going to happen? The mega carriers are going to drive everybody out of fucking business. Only they're going to be left, and then you really have fucking corporate fucking greed and corporate fucking takeover. That's what's
Dude,
going to happen.
that's
from
what they're doing now, bro.
and it's going to be even
That
worse if
thing's-
this happens
How? If we
because
guarantee
dude,
a fair floor, everybody
it's
gets
not
the
going
same
to.
rate.
Again, you're not understanding fucking simple economics and supply and demand,
Dude,
bro.
for
There's not
50
enough freight.
years, For 50 years, they had a floor where you couldn't haul underneath it.
Okay. For
And
50
it worked great.
And how come it's not working no more?
Because they fucking got okey doke with deregulation, man.
What was the floor for 50 years?
They did
What
it
was
with
that number?
they did it with tariffs and published rates.
Okay. You're talking about like what, like 19 fucking 39, bro? Is that what you're talking about?
35.
Right before,
absolutely, yeah.
right before World War II, bro. 1942 back in Japan.
Oh,
Is that what you're talking about, bro?
It's a joke or everything? Are we being serious or what? Yeah,
okay, we're not being serious because
50 years.
$5 minimum is not happening, bro.
No, they had no load operate under the operating cost of a truck. That's insane. To be a trucker and to say,
okay, bro,
I'm going to haul less than it takes to go down the road.
Let's just agree.
Why would you do that?
Let's agree to disagree. You're saying it's going to happen is great. I'm saying never fucking happen. We're not going to agree on this, so let's just move on. There's no point of arguing.
There is a tattoo in your future, bro.
Okay, we'll see. I'll get it too, but it's going to say a fart, though, dude. That's the fuck it's going to say. All right, where the hell were we at, dude? Okay, so blah, blah, blah. Bullshit.
Say I argued with,
there's more.
Dave, and all I got was a stupid tattoo.
Oh, there's more, bro. Driver minimum pay, CDL. All drivers should receive a minimum of $1 per mile driven, huh?
All right, now let's get into that. Now, what do we talk about? We talk a lot about non-domiciles, illegals driving trucks, right?
Okay.
Okay, if we put a mandatory minimum freight driver pay in there, all of a sudden, instead of hiring people for 28 cents a mile and loading them in the truck, are you going to hire somebody for $1 a mile that don't drive, don't speak English, isn't illegal?
Well, no.
Or are you going to look for professional drivers?
Number one, you could work around it. Just hire them as a 1099 contractor, and then they could fucking do it. You could lease the truck to them and then still use them as a contractor. Like, there's going to be so many ways around this shit. Okay, it's never going to happen.
But we're trying to work all that shit out, dude. We're trying to get rid of human exploitation. That's bullshit, man. I mean, that's what we're all trying to get done, is an honest, fair system where everybody wins, instead of the big corporations finding ways to run the small guy out of business.
So
and then
a truck driver should be getting paid $3,000 to $4,000 a week. If
he's gone 168 hours a week, you damn right.
Okay, all right. Let's just agree to disagree.
Dude,
again.
sorry.
If you're running Monday through Friday and you're getting like 2,200 miles a week, that's a good check you could go home to your family on.
Yeah, 2,200 miles a week. This ain't shit, dude. That's like you want to do like 3,500 miles a week. You know what I mean?
I do. Yeah, I personally do, but some guys don't. Some guys got family and kids at home. They want to get home. They need to make good money. They're investing that time. And then
at what cost, though? Because then the company's losing money. What, the driver gets paid $2,200 and the company doesn't eat dicks? In a perfect world, if everything paid $5 per mile, the driver got paid $1 per mile. Okay, I see that happening, but
there we go.
But it's not going to happen, bro. Okay, so let's keep moving, bro. Again, let's.
Dude, you know what they said?
Let people talk.
And they listened and they said it's never going to happen.
Bro, you have to let people talk. Listen, I understand you like talking over people. I'll stop, but you have to let people talk, bro. What are you saying?
And I just want to ask him a question. The minimum required, he's saying so truckers don't operate at a loss. According to whose truck? Is it my truck, your truck, a brand new Volvo? Like, what's the minimum cost there?
Well, he doesn't know because everybody's operating cost is different, obviously.
We'd have to work out an average.
Well, okay, whatever. Let's agree to disagree. So far, what I got from afart.org, you guys should go check it out, aafart.org. A bunch of fucking gibberish and fucking explanations of shit that I already know. Your shit looks like fucking. You got a fucking Google fucking doc sheet, bro. As your fucking
I'm a
website.
truck driver. I ain't saying I'm a fucking genius.
I'm I'm being honest with you here, bro. Okay, I'm not trying to.
Dude,
I like you, bro. Trust me, I like you. I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything. But everybody keeps on yapping about this, so you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna yap about it. All right. Where are we at now, dude? Okay, we went through this shit, bullshit. Any company driver, 2 years of verified.
Read it, dude. You're just getting into the good stuff.
I'm going, but you keep interrupting.
Oh, fuck.
Any company driver with 2+ years of verified experience with CDL shall be fined no less than 30% of the gross revenue of every load should be paid. Wait, so now you, instead of $1 a mile, now you want 30% of the revenue of the load?
That's how it should be. That's how trucking should be. It should. You ever heard of the thirds? Ever take a third for the driver, third for the truck?
There's companies out there that do that right now, right?
God, I wish
there are companies out there that do that.
Oh, there's a shitload of companies out there that do that right now, dude.
75 cents a mile or 30% of the gross.
I've seen companies even up to...
That's good wage, dude.
Up to 32. Up to 32.
It's mostly for flatbeds, though. I don't know about driving.
I love flatbed. If you guys want to send me a number, I'm looking for a job, always.
Well, I mean, damn, I don't know if I could do that, though, bro. I would... You'd be
bro? I thought we were friends.
You'd be too close to me, bro, for my liking to...
Dude, maybe I could be a co-host on your show and sit there live in the studio.
And then you're gonna be like fucking, and then you're gonna be fucking at my buddy's company, fucking screaming about afart all day, bro. Yeah, I think this is gonna be too much to handle. All right, where the fuck we at, dude? Okay, 30%. Hey, who the fucking background noise is that? Brokerage, blah blah blah. broker commission cap. A broker may not take more than 3% flat commission of the gross freight bill. Okay, so if a broker is selling a load for $300, you want him to make $9.
He does that 40 times a day. That's like almost $400.
Oh, but he's not going to get 40 loads. So
I
okay,
don't think there's a singular broker.
Where's he gonna get that many loads?
Yeah.
they're going to go out of business, bro, because they won't be able to pay their fucking bills, dude.
Dude, you'll get more loads when we eliminate these mega brokerages,
So
dude.
it's $3 every 100, $30 every 1,000. So so brokers, so for $30 for every 1,000, right? So say $3,000. So brokers supposed to make $90 off a $3,000 load. So a broker's supposed to take their reputation, their credit.
Listen, this is based off a $5 a mile minimum. Remember that.
Oh my!
That's what this
So
whole
so
thing
basically,
is.
this is all La La. So I should just stop reading because this is La La Land. Is that what you're telling me? I mean, you guys might as well just call the fucking AF La La Land fucking org, dude.
I mean, we're gonna have to, like you say, agree to disagree.
Look
Because now you're telling me
entire
this is
thing-
only compared to $5. But even if it is $5 per mile, okay, so you're still saying 3%. Okay, so now say a broker takes $5,000. Okay, $5,000 load from a customer. The customer's like,
Let's
here.
do $10,000 load,
Okay, okay, $10,000.
10
load.
times a day.
Okay, but you're not you're not getting all these. What about the small brokers? Don't get it. So look, brokers getting $5,000 load from the customer, right? Now the customer gives it to the broker. The broker is financially responsible to pay that fucking shit, even if the customer don't pay them. So now for what? 5 times 30 for $150, the broker is given his credit, his reputation that he has to pay, his fucking risk of having to pay that if they don't get paid, and for 30 to 60 days and 90 days until he gets paid for $150 fucking dollars. Because essentially the brokers
Sounds like he's gonna have to solicit better rates from the shipper.
But it
then.
doesn't matter to you, according to your shit. He's only getting 3%. Doesn't matter if he fucking. So if he gets
It does
10,000,
matter. He gets 3% of what the shipper's paying.
exactly. But so exactly. So
So
even
if
if
the
he gets,
shipper's paying $10 a mile, he's gonna get 3% of
but,
$10 a mile.
but now he's putting $10,000 on the line with his credit and his reputation if the shipper doesn't fucking pay. So now you
Yeah, but he's- yeah,
for
you know what he's not
but for
doing, though?
$300 you're putting up $10,000
right, but
risk,
guess
right?
what? He's not. You know what he's not gonna have to worry about?
Yeah, what's that?
Put it on the cheapest truck with the illegals on there running 3 guys.
Do you know
in
what
a
he has
truck
to
with
worry
a-
about when a fucking when a customer closes
Nothing.
his door?
He'll be using good professional American truck
But
drivers.
what if the
instead
customer
of all
don't pay
this
him?
crap.
What if the customer does not pay him?
You got insurance, right?
No, insurance doesn't cover
Before-
non-payment, bro.
That's all out of pocket.
Yeah. So,
Insurance does not cover that,
So
McClown.
right now you could go and put your money in a fucking basic fucking what a CD for like what 4%, 4.5%. So you're basically telling the brokers to take their money, go put it in a CD because they're gonna make 1% or 1.5% more on their fucking money, dude. So you want people to risk millions of dollars of credit, reputation, and everything for 3%? Like, do you really honestly, McConnell? Like, do you really think that's fair?
On a national level, the brokerages will make still hundreds of millions of dollars a year at 3%.
That's not the question. Please
No, that
answer
is
the question.
that
It's
is
not the question. So now,
they're
are
still
you-
going to be profitable?
Okay, so now the pontificator is going to come to you, or percolator, or whatever you want to call him, and he's like, "Hey, bro,
Right.
I want to risk you borrow me $10,000, bro, but you're only getting 3%. You know what I'm saying, when I pay you back, are you going to risk that $10,000 to give him for 3%?
Why don't you keep reading down there? I think it
I will,
answers
but I'm
itself.
asking, but why can't you just answer my question? Like, do you think that's fair for a person to put up that money that's not even market value of what you could get in investments in the real world? Do you really think the people should risk their fucking credit, their fucking money, and still have to pay fucking for all the TMS softwares, all the fucking overhead, offices, training people, insurances? Do you really think that they can make it on 3%? Like, honestly answer it.
I don't know. I think we can negotiate it.
Okay, I
But
know.
I'm
So
not
answer is
right.
no.
But
Answer is
listen,
no.
keep reading.
You're right,
Keep
Bobby.
reading because the
That's
next
the
paragraph
answer.
is going to answer your question. Keep on
The
reading. Bobby.
answer is no, and he never answers the question. I'm going to mute myself.
And then you could answer honestly, bro. Like, you know, if you see if I see you're making a valid point, I'll agree with you. But dude, you got to be the same way.
Because I think it's going to drive it home.
But
right
you
here.
have to
Explains
sit
it
here and
right there.
agree that you know this 3% cap on brokers is bullshit. Just admit that, dude. So honestly,
As it's okay, I'll agree. Right
I think
now,
he's
as the
trolling.
system is set up, but we're wanting to change the whole system. If you keep reading it, it'll explain how that's going to be fixed.
okay. So we agree this is bullshit right now the way it's written.
No, I'm not going to agree. It's
You
bullshit.
just
I'm
did.
saying right now, as
You just
the
did. You
system
just
is
agreed.
fucked up, it doesn't work for anybody.
Okay. Okay. So right now, 0
works
for
for
3.
me.
0 for 3, bro. All right. Where the fuck we got, dude?
Oh, that's nice.
Tolls, blah blah blah. Driver minimum pay, blah blah. We went over that. Percentage went over that. Section 4. Brokerage, regulation, and transparency. Oh boy, here we go. Here, hold on. Let me put my little fucking sign up here, bro, since I already had this up here. Ready? Bam! Look at that, bro. Broker,
Nice, dude.
broker
Yeah,
transparency,
man, I gotta
bro.
learn how to do that shit. That's pretty badass.
All right, so again, 0 for 4,
Let's
bro.
do it.
I just
Let's read
100% disagree on that. I mean,
I'm gonna
already.
mute myself. Yeah, I know.
Okay, why you? I thought we were having a conversation here. Why would you mute yourself, dude?
Because I want you to read this shit straight
I don't need to
through,
read
not
it. Broker
interrupt.
transparency. I already know what you want, so this is pointless of me reading it. We disagree on
Oh,
this.
fuck around. So what a waste of my time here. If you're not gonna read it through, dude.
Bro, you want broker transparency, so what? You want me to just sit here and read for no reason? You want free broker transparency. That's what you want, right?
I thought you had a show that you're trying to, put this out to people to have to listen to. And
We're
decide
going
for
over this
themselves.
right now.
Let's read it. Let's read it.
The whole fucking thing?
Well, dude, man, are you hooked on phonics or what? Come on.
Oh my god, bro. Yeah, there's no point in reading this, bro. It's you want broker transparency. I don't agree with it. I already told you
Dude,
why.
it's got a lot more in there. I don't know what
Mikhail,
let's just tell
Mikhail.
dick and fart jokes. If we're
Mikhail,
gonna
can I-
not
We're
can I
going
give
through.
you-
We're going through. We don't have to read every single fucking letter on the fucking page. Like we're going through your
yeah,
shit.
'cause
What's
it's
in
got
here?
a lot of detail.
So if
Okay,
anybody
well,
wants to read it, they
Mikhail,
can.
can you just summarize it? for us?
ChatGPT. Just run it through ChatGPT and tell
I
it to
don't
summarize
even need
it.
a ChatGPT, bro. They want the shipper. Okay, here's what they want, bro. Shipper's name and contact information. Number one, that's none of your fucking business. You didn't get the fucking customer. There's no reason you need the shipper's fucking or contact information, right? Number two, the total payment of the shipper to the broker.
What if you
Okay,
don't get paid?
if you don't
what
get
if the
paid, that
broker-
means most likely the broker didn't get paid, bro. And then so what? You can't assume the fucking risk of not getting fucking paid, but the broker could assume the risk of not getting paid
Dude, the
any
carrier
earlier.
is the one taking all the risk, hauling the shit.
You're
Oh,
not.
give it up.
Oh my
The bill
god.
too is on the Raycon in the BOL.
Dude, so if the fucking broker takes $1 million worth of freight, bro, and doesn't get paid, they just took a lot more risk than one trucker, bro. I don't understand what you don't understand about that.
I guess we don't need brokers then. They can just get out of the loop and not worry about
You
it.
don't need brokers now. Go get your own customers. What's the problem? Right?
Bingo.
I mean, then what's the fucking problem? Go get your own customers. Stop complaining about fucking brokers, dude, and then the problem solved. Nobody's telling you use brokers. If you're using brokers, that means you need to use brokers. And a lot of people do, understandable. But then why are you doing it? Go after fucking customers and get them, and then you won't have to fucking use a broker ever again in your life. And then see
Well,
what
it should
happens.
be- It should be the way the industry is designed. Is the broker should be putting profitable loads for the carrier on there, not being a predatory broker.
The broker
That's
goes by
why
the market, bro.
Designed like
That's
that.
the whole bullshit.
It's
That's what it's designed for.
designed that
It's
you
never
get your
been
own
set up for
customer.
brokers to take 60% off the top of shit and run guys down the road and run them out of business.
It's
Okay.
It's not good
designed
for
for
anybody.
you,
It's
a
not
carrier,
good for
to get your own
anybody for a
customer.
broker to keep running carriers out of business.
Get your own customers.
We got our own customers, Roger.
No,
This
you
is talking
don't.
about the
If
industry,
you did,
bro.
you wouldn't be using brokers.
Okay.
You tuna.
Okay,
You know,
well,
I'm a company driver. I've never used a broker ever in my life.
okay, let's just keep
Yeah,
it on.
because
dude.
you're a
Company
company
has direct
driver.
Yo, ladies,
We're
calm the
talking
fuck
about
down.
the big problem with mega brokers that are stealing from hundreds of carriers going out of business every fucking month that can't catch a break on a load board because there's nobody to enforce the fact that it should be honest.
Okay. All right. Can we please keep on going? So this is going to be the longest segment of my fucking life, dude, on the live, dude. We're going to need like 6 hours on
You
this, bro.
started it.
Okay. So
Let
where
her-
are we at?
let her
Okay, broker. Okay, then number two, we did that. The payment to the shipper to the broker. The broker's exact commission, bro. So now you want a business to fucking tell you exactly what they made. Okay, not capitalism, more like
Up front.
communism. But okay, let's keep going, dude. Disagree. The final payment to the carrier, failure to comply with these requirements shall void the load's transaction and require full restitution to the carrier. This might be the only part that I agree with, that if the broker does not pay the carrier, no matter what the contract says in a broker carrier agreement, the carrier should have full right to go after the customer to get their payment if they don't get paid by the broker. This little gay part I agree with, but that's it. Let's keep going.
Absolutely. 100% correct, Bobby.
Okay.
Hey,
Fuel,
we all just had a moment there for a second.
no,
dude.
we,
that was great.
at least we could
that
admit
was
when we
good.
agree with something, but you fucking literally, like, we told you to your face what's wrong with the 3%, and you still can't admit it. So it just shows us,
Well, no, we
like,
can agree to disagree, Bob.
we're
100%.
conservatives, and you're a fucking Democrat, and you're just liberals. Just keep on going your
I'm
fucking
neither
way,
one.
no matter what. Yes, 100%, you're being a liberal, dude, because
I'm
you
neither,
can't.
I'm neither one.
because
I'm
you can't-
neither- I'm not right or left.
Neither am I.
just
I'm a
common
fucking.
sense,
I'm
man.
independent, but you know what? But at least I could fucking admit, like, when
Well,
I agree with something.
Technically, I'm a felon. I really can't be either one anyway. But so there's that.
Fuel surcharge
That doesn't
protection.
surprise me.
100%. 100% of any fuel surcharge collected from the shipper must be passed directly to. So now on top of the 3%, you want fuel too. Okay, got it, bro. I got you, dude. Broker bond increase. The broker bond shall be required to increase to $75,000 to $250,000. Proof of this bonding requirement be either load be dispatched by full payment. Okay, whatever. Okay, raising the bond, I could go with that, bro, because the fucking cost to enter on this kind of shit is kind of low, and a lot of people could just get that shit easily. Increasing the bond and having
that, Bobby.
What's up?
$75,000 is not enough. In
I agree.
2025.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean,
it's not enough.
$75,000.
$250.
You could get it for $800, bro, through a fucking surety bond company. So,
I agree,
yeah.
Bobby. You're
be $1 million.
That's 18 million. Fucking a billion. All right, let's go. Section. Okay, what do we got? Section 5, owner-operator protections. Carriers who contract with owner-operators shall honor all contracted gross percentage 80%. Okay, so broker... Okay, check this out. So a broker could only make 3%, but the company that subcontracts an owner-operator could make 20% off of them?
Dude, the carriers have all the skin in the game. You guys got your pajama bottoms, coffee cups, and fucking laptops, and a Wi-Fi connection.
You missed the point.
You need. Everything else is fucking made up bullshit.
So a trucking company can make 20% of an owner-operator that puts his own equipment, his own fuel, his own blood, sweat, and tears, but they could charge him 20%. So you're not for the owner-operator. You're against hard-working owner-operators that want to succeed in this
No.
road.
That's for company drivers that get 20%.
No, you just said owner-operators.
It doesn't say that.
It says owner-operators. So you want to let the trucking companies...
No, it said 80%, what you just read.
Yeah. So you want the owner-operators to get 20% taken off their fucking money off a trucking company?
I
Why?
want the
The trucking company should only take 3% from the owner-operator, bro.
You see, Bobby, this is the problem I have with him. Here,
you
and
guys
right
don't
now.
have no equipment, no skin in the game.
But an owner-operator has his own truck and his own equipment.
That's it.
Yeah, and he's got expenses to pay for. Dude.
Exactly. So why is he only getting? So why is he only getting 80%? So why is he only getting 80%?
Why is the owner-op only getting 80%? That's a pretty good percentage.
No, what do you mean? If brokers get 3%, then the carriers should only take 3% from the owner-ops, right?
Exactly.
I mean, heck, that would still be good for the owner-op, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So why are you trying to rob the owner-ops, bro?
Oh my God. Well, we'll have to update that, Bobby. I'll give that a good
Maybe
look.
you should take another fucking.
We should actually.
Another look-see at it, bro.
I know, but it's not. You know, when you got a carrier that's got a shop, you get to use and everything. They got a little skin in the game too. So it's.
Okay. But, so the carriers are okay.
But hey, all you need to do a broker.
So the carriers could rob the owner-ops. So the carriers could rob the owner-ops. But the fucking the brokers cannot rob the carriers. I got it, bro.
We need
I got
to address
it.
that. No, you're right. We'll address that.
I bet you the fucking percolator wrote that, right? Because he got owner operators. Is that what happened?
Anyway, onward.
No. Consider theft. Blah blah blah. $10,000 fine. Okay. I love that you guys are fucking adding your own sums to fucking fines.
Hey man, it's all where the negotiation starts.
You know what I mean? But this is for the president. It says in the beginning, bro. Section 6, Federal Infrastructure Regulation Enforcement. Overseas Enforced Provision Act duties. Okay, this is all stupid. Audit all brokers, blah, blah, financial records. Okay, great story. Requires real-time documentation of loads and building. So who's going to pay for this real-time documentation and transportation management systems when they're only getting 3%? Do you know how much those systems cost?
We'll have to replace them, I guess. Have to get rid of them together. Maybe we need to do like Andrew Olmer's talking about and make brokering totally illegal.
Okay. Yep. Fucking communist motherfuckers. All right, bro. Let's just keep going with this, bro. Okay, whatever. Deploy undercover investigators.
Hell yeah, dude. Enforcement.
OMG. What are they going to go fucking... Are they going to go undercover to work at a freight brokerage, bro?
The whole thing with this whole industry is there is no transparency. There's no enforcement of this shit. FMCSA is about safety. They don't have nothing to do with enforcement of these transparency laws that we got in place. And you guys laugh about it. You guys want everything else enforced, but you're like, oh, but we don't want to follow that rule.
Oh, my goodness, bro. Deploy undercover investigators to the addresses, cases of fraud, wage theft, and ghost brokerage, bro. Undercover, not just investigators, bro. Undercover investigators, bro.
Undercover truckers.
Undercover brother, bro. Fucking shit, dude. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my god. This is why I don't take this shit. Number one, it's on a Google fucking doc page, bro. Okay, that's number one. But But okay, let's just keep going, bro. Like, I seriously want to like make you a website, dude. Like I really do at this point, dude. But you got to fix this, bro, because this is crazy. Additional industry reforms. The following reforms are deemed necessary for the long-term health and stability of the trucking industry and shall be addressed in subsequent legislative measures. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about there, but okay. Do you know what you're talking about right there? Could you explain this for me? Because
I was reading the comments. What'd you say? Go back.
Number 7, additional industry reforms. The following reforms are deemed necessary for the long-term health and stability of the trucking industry and shall be addressed in subsequent legislative measures. What the fuck are you talking about there, bro?
Oh, I was reading Rocky's. Sorry, I'm into these comments all of a sudden. So what?
Oh, you just ignoring me because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay, let's move on, bro.
Right, Bobby.
I like what Rocky says
doing.
about 50 cents. That's pretty good, Rocky. That's a good idea.
All right, so ChatGPT wrote this. I take it for sure. CSA score accuracy reforms to ensure that the accuracy of fairness of the compliance, safety, and accountability scoring system, market share limit, implementation of the 3%. All right, so we're basically done with this, bro. This is all just goes through the same shit. Trucking, okay, bro. Yes, this is. If anybody listening, you guys sign this petition or you agree with this petition, I'm sorry, but you are fucking retarded, dude. I apologize, dude, because...
Dude, how can you say that on live? Are they going to cancel your live?
I don't even give a shit to cancel my live at this point, bro.
Report him, everybody.
No, I'm not going to. I'm just saying. Dude, every time I said it, I got it shut off.
Man, dude, this is La La Land. It's never going to happen. If you want anybody to take you seriously, do not use a fucking Google Word doc as a webpage. I mean, this is just a bunch of fucking jibber jabber squished into 2.5 pages.
Why don't you click on the link into the petition?
I'm not clicking none of your damn links over there. You probably fucking try to break into my computer. This is, I'm sorry, bro. Like this is trash, dude.
Well, it sounds like Mandani wrote it.
From a broker, I would expect you to say that. I mean, I don't know what else you want to say. You're not going to change my mind, and I'm not going to change your mind. But I appreciate you reading out what you could read. That's pretty good. Appreciate it.
Damn, bro, you guys got me fucking banned. Me and you together. The comments and me got the live restricted.
Damn it, dude. Damn. That sucks.
I think I'm gonna have to log off and log back in because we're not done with this yet, dude. So if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna come right back and let's fucking get right back into this.
Did you get a restriction, Bobby?
Yes, I did.
He's not worth it.
No, it's worth it. This is worth it.
He didn't say anything, man.
All right,
I didn't say it.
I'm logging off and I'm logging back in. I'll see you guys in like 2 seconds. All right, we still got live going on the other apps. So give me 1 second. We're gonna have to join back in on this one here. Because unfortunately on the other app, I just got restricted for saying shit. So whoever's here with me, bro, sorry about that. Just 1 second. We're just jumping right back on TikToks and we're live again. It's probably gonna take a minute or two for people to populate back in here, but we're gonna do it. But yeah, this was crazy. Let me just turn all this craziness off the screens here. Where does the tab? Okay, that's off. Okay, we got that. We're good here. All right, welcome back, everybody. Sorry, I couldn't control what I wanted to say, dude, unfortunately. So we had to restart it, but okay, where are we at? Let me close this out. All right. So we went through this. My opinion. I
think he's trolling, bro.
What's up?
I think he's just trolling. I don't think he's serious.
Dude, I think he's dead serious. I really do, and I just don't like the fact that even when he wanted to agree with us on some stuff, and it's the fact that he can't even agree with us. Really, just puts a whole damper on the whole situation. Because I wish he would at least admit the stupid parts, which is probably 97% of it. But it is what it is.
How much
man.
would consumers pay for goods?
Oh, bro,
everything would go up by freaking double almost.
You would put everybody out of business, bro. Little shippers wouldn't even be able to fucking ship. You know what I mean? They would not even be able to even ship because. So if you're a little mom and pop shipper, bro, in the middle of nowhere, dude, and you get $5 a mile minimum, and say you're trying to ship from West Virginia, bro, to California, dude, the cost of your fucking product is gonna be through the roof.
Yeah, no one's gonna buy it.
No, nobody's gonna buy it. You're gonna be dude. They don't understand the consequences of what happens when freight charges are way too much, dude. And that's just. It's I really do like the guy, bro. I really do. But it's just, I don't like the fact that he can't like actually like see like what's really going on in the real picture of like what kind of damage this is going to do to transportation costs, which is going to get passed on to product cost. I mean, doesn't understand supply and demand, doesn't understand markets. I mean, like, you know, and I'm not smart, bro. I'm not at all. I'm pretty stupid. But I mean,
They're not.
no, I think I am, and like it's just certain shit I just can't. You know what I mean? I understand it, at least minimal, like what kind of effects it's gonna have. But
Bobby, what is the effect it's going to have? It's going to have an automatic. It's going to automatically affect the gross domestic product. That's going to take a
hey,
tumble
whose background
down.
is that, dude?
Not me, not mine.
That's Roger.
I don't think
No,
it's
it's
mine.
not.
It's not mine either.
What the fuck is going on over
Yeah,
there?
why are the truck stops empty today?
Why is
Oh,
what?
Shit.
Okay,
The truck
Probably
stops.
Gregor.
what it's going to do, it's going to drop the gross domestic product down automatically. And what it's going to do, it's going to rise consumer pricing probably, I would
I
say,
think it's Gregor.
I'd say from 12
No,
to
it ain't me.
17%. Did anybody hear that?
I was gonna. No, we didn't, because your background
Wow.
noise. I think it was you, Roger, with the background noise.
No,
bro.
it's not me.
It was.
It is
you.
Roger.
Probably happy.
Yeah, 'cause I
There's
see the
nothing
ring.
here, just me and my basset hound.
Okay, go.
Oh, yeah, everybody mute. Everybody mute them one at a time. We'll find out.
All right,
Ready?
go ahead, Roger. Roger, go ahead, bro. Roger,
Sorry, I was muted.
It's Roger. It's Roger. 100%
Go.
Roger.
go, bro. Rogers, speak, dude.
Okay, at the end of the day, what that's going to do, it's going to drop the gross domestic product probably, I would say, by 7% plus or minus, and it's going to increase consumer pricing by probably 12
By
to
double.
14.5%.
Well, more than that.
That's what
And
that.
then,
Because if you're going from like,
and then semi trucks would cost like $1 million a piece. Because at $5 a mile, you're making
Okay,
more
can
than a
I
freaking
finish?
doctor.
Can I finish?
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I don't want to be an ass, but this is a problem I have. Okay, what it's going to do, it's going to drop the gross domestic product. It's going to put manufacturers at a huge disadvantage. Okay, because people won't be able to buy smarter because they can only source certain commodities in certain geographical areas. So what it's going to do, it's going to drop the gross domestic product. It's going to increase consumer pricing, and it's going to raise inflation. I don't know who's doing the dishes, but if they could stop, it'd be a lot easier because this is serious. And when you have these guys juxtaposing and proffering that, when they don't understand the dynamics of economics, it makes it very dangerous and very deadly. And that's the problem I have right there.
I think your numbers are too low, bro. Because if people are paying, like, say,
It would
drive-in
double, dude. Everything would probably at least double.
more, I think, because if the average for a drive-in right now, for example, is like just say 205. I don't know exactly what it is, but just say $2, just to call it even numbers. Now, if you're looking at $5 minimum, that's double plus fucking that's 150%, dude, jump.
Okay, but what I'm saying is the gross domestic product is going to drop because they won't be able to compete. On top of that, you're going to go through an inflation, the prices will rise. And on top of that, you're going to go through an inflationary spiral. So you're probably going to see a 30% increase. Don't hold me to that number, okay? Don't hold me to that number, but that's what I would say. You're probably going to see a 30% increase. I could be plus or minus 5%, but there is no government of a day that's going to allow this stupidity to happen, and these people need to come to their senses.
And what do you think is going to happen to all the mom and pop small businesses? Wiped out right away, dude.
They're going to close, Bob. That's
Day one.
exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're going to be de facto wiped out.
Yeah, right away, dude. Right away.
Is somebody doing their dishes or something? Jesus Christ. Okay.
It's probably
Like,
Roger
this
doing
is-
his own dishes, trying to blame somebody.
Yeah, right. No, this is serious shit because these guys are running around pontificating and proffering all these numbers and that, and they have no clue of the dynamics in the diaspora behind this shit. That's the problem I have with them.
Bro,
right there,
that's
Bobby.
why I wanted to. I actually want because I just said, screw it. Like last time, I kind of had like an epiphany on a live. I'm like, you know what? Next live, I'm gonna jump on. I'm actually gonna go through this, dude. Because I tried reading it
Dude,
before,
I thought it was.
but I
thought it was Mamdani for a second.
Dude,
I thought that dude was Mamdani.
Communism, bro, straight communism. And like, dude, like, yeah, there's sure I agree with maybe raising the broker bond. That maybe I agree with. I agree with the part that if the customer, if the broker don't pay you, that they automatically waive their right to their contract and you could directly go after their customer. I agree with that. That stuff that is helpful, but when you surround, and then if you're saying this, everything's based on if the $5 per mile happens. So so basically this is all BS, right? It's all BS because this is just based on fairy tales and fucking fairy dust, bro. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen. So
that guy had a
and what he's doing, he's running around, he's getting everybody excited, everybody agitated, and he's wasting his bloody breath and wasting his time. That's the problem I have. I'm going to go muted. I've said my piece. And Bobby, he did say a couple good things, which we agreed on. Doesn't mean we're right or wrong, but there's a couple points there that are reasonable and rational.
Yeah, 3% out of 100, bro. It's not,
exactly.
Not a
there
good
you
ratio,
go, Bobby.
dude. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm going to
I wouldn't agree with anything he says anymore.
It's just, bro, and then we literally got him to agree, and then he backtracked. Like he sees how stupid that sounds. 3%. 3%, of the gross for the brokers. That's absolutely crazy, bro. What's up?
He's talking about bringing the whole freaking economy to its knees, like that. You get hyperinflation, you get all this truck price. Imagine what truck prices would be at minimum $5 per mile.
That's why he's gone. He's over there listening, beating off right now.
Not even that. You won't even need trucks, bro,
but
because
you're right. You're 100% right.
Only the mega carriers will be able to have trucks because nobody else will be able to have them. So that would put Freightliner, Volvo, everybody out of business because you're only going to need a certain amount of new trucks, and they're only going to release the new trucks every 3 to 5 years for the big companies to get. And then there's going to be no need for trucks. So not only are you bringing the trucking industry down, now you're bringing the manufacturers of the trucking down because nobody's going to be buying the trucks. So I mean, dude, you're literally talking about crippling not even trucking, but just the whole big part of the economy.
So the contracted guys, dude, they would drop all that stuff. They would just go to the spot freight.
Yeah. Exactly. And how many people are they going to put out of jobs, Bobby? How many working class people that are 9 to 5 or 7 to 3, 11 to 7 or whatever? Their work is not going to be available to them because their company cannot compete. Simple as that.
Yeah, and then what happens, dude? Mega carrier is completely. I mean, it's just there's no point in talking about it because it's never going to happen, bro. I shouldn't be. He needs to get a tattoo on his ass of the best damn trucking show, dude. That's what he needs to fucking do, I think, at this point, because this is never.
He's got the A-Part tramp stamp. It's too late.
dude. Absolutely wild, bro. And these guys, and that dude, like the percolator dude, he's just crashing his fucking company down because as soon as the brokers learn who he is, they're not gonna use him, dude. Oh, speaking of that segment, but let's get into this segment a little bit because I wanted to.
Yeah, let's get into that one, Bobby.
Hold on, let me see this shit. Where's it at, dude? Let me ring this.
Look, somebody said in the comments, he's like, I signed a petition, but I'm looking for $6 minimum. Yeah, it's like, why stop at 5, dude?
Keep going, dude. Fucking 20, dude.
Who's in a warehouse with the forklift truck beeping?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's a guy backing up next to me. My bad.
All right, let me see here. All right, let me see. Let me
Can you please mute yourself, sir?
Let me get it on TikTok here. Damn, Roger was just washing dishes. Now he's yelling at everybody else, dude. All right.
No, it's my basset hound. He's mad.
What the fuck? Did I lose it? Hold on, dude. I gotta find it. That's not it. Oh, here it is. My bad. All right, let's go. Ready?
Hello, everyone. Oops. Sorry about that. Pontificator here. Came in to do
fucking boring as fuck.
Leveling valve on a trailer. Said, nah, it'll be an hour.
I would have already swiped like 16 times.
I was at 6 this morning.
He reminds me of a state trooper.
3 in the afternoon.
Like an asshole one, right?
Just that trailer, but holy cow. Anyway, that's not what I called to tell you today. I got on here to tell you that I've been told that the complaints into the FMCSA complaint database are coming in, and they are actually taking
note
of them.
And the gout.
So if you have a situation that needs to be heard, I urge you. No, I'm not urging you.
Okay, so like just get to the point,
Hello,
bro,
everyone.
please.
Pontificator here. A couple of nights ago, I ended up on a live with a young lady that said that her parents were hauling for a government broker. Well, there's no such thing.
Oh my God, restricted again, bro. What the hell, dude?
Brokers,
What? I didn't even read what I got restricted for this time, bro.
Dude, that guy is freaking. He keeps reporting you, probably.
You think so?
It's probably McClown.
Let me see what the. What the fuck is the restriction? I want to read it, bro. Activity, join low board life tips. Why isn't it telling me? Damn, I have to hang up again, dude. This is really starting to get me aggravated. So you can't play other TikTok videos inside of the TikToks. I'm like, yeah, maybe if we're playing these videos, I mean that's what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, that's probably what it is, big guy.
All right, okay. Sorry guys, we gotta disconnect and connect again, bro. Let's just oh my God, let's just talk crap about them without their videos. All right, jumping off and jumping back on. Sorry. All right, YouTubes, and if anybody, probably nobody's even watching it on Twitch, but sorry about that, dude. I keep on getting restricted on TikTok, dude, and that's where most of the action is going on over there. So, so we just got to redo it again, bro. Holy crap, this is wild. All right, back live on TikToks, dude. Holy shit, dude. But at least maybe I could play I don't even want to play the volume, dude, because this guy's just so boring, dude. I can't watch any of his damn videos, dude. Like literally the most boring shit I've ever heard in my life. At least like get to the point, you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna do it, just get to the point, and then that way at least like, you know, at least your video won't be as boring. Because if you just like just sit there and like you got a 2-minute video which you could have literally made in 45 seconds. So I don't understand why this guy's over there over there yapping about nothing, dude, and then just like, oh my God, I don't know. I give up, dude. I give up. Where we at? Sources, scenes. What's up, Happy? What's wrong, dude? How the fuck do I fix my
No,
scene?
I'm about to take a shower. That's Flying J.
Sounds exciting, bro. Come on, man. Okay, Greg. Roger, Steel Horse. All right, we got everybody back. We back. Damn, I really wanted to watch a couple of his. I wanted to get to the one where he was talking about my show, dude. I wanted to get to that one. I don't even know where it was at, but we would have got it. But hey, don't you guys agree that that's boring as crap? No, like why is he yapping so much and then doesn't get to the point?
Certain crowd, I guess.
Yeah, not my crowd, dude. That's for sure, dude. And after reading this petition now, dude, today, like I like, yeah, totally, bro.
Okay, Bobby, if I may, let's talk like people, calmly and quietly and professionally. This is the problem that I have with these people. It's like Mr. Haney off Green Acres, if you can remember him.
No.
He'd pull up in his van and he had something that was new, used, bruised, and abused, but he had something for you. And what happens is these guys go out without a strategy and or a plan and talk to these drivers. And these drivers are lonely, they're bored, they want to feel important. They get a hold of these guys. And the fortunate part, I don't believe they're asking for money yet. But at some point in time, the balance of probabilities, they're going to. So that's the problem I have. They get these people all excited, all wound up, and it doesn't make financial and common sense. And the drivers sadly don't understand that. Okay. That and what that $5 a mile will do, it would virtually ground the economy of the United States to a halt. It's that clear, pure, and simple. And nobody is going to go for it because the damage that's going to cost, it's going to be terrible. And I don't know what the damage does. You're going to need a big-ass economist in probably the White House who's going to run all the numbers and try and organize it as best they can. But it's just going to be one word, disaster.
But why?
That's why it is.
Why do they want only 3% cap on brokers, but they want to charge owner operators 20% too? If they're fighting for their people, so wouldn't owner operators be their people? You see, but this is where you get like the disconnect, because like he's a company driver, the whatever percolator dude, fucking I don't know what he did. I think he's got his own trucks, whatever, right? So to me, it kind of seems like McGowan's actually not looking at that part, the owner-operator's part, so he could skip that because he's not an owner-operator. And then the McGowan guy's looking, the percolator guy's looking at his own interest because he wants to charge owner-operators 20% if he takes them onto his company, but wants to charge brokers 3%. So it's okay so he's trying to scam the brokers, and then he's trying to scam the owner-operators. So to me, that's just pure greed right there at that point, no?
Exactly. Somebody's in your chat, Bobby, looking to buy trucks. What I'm going to suggest to you is I suggest this to everybody. A, have you ever seen a Walmart truck broke down on the side of the road? The answer is no. Find a used Walmart truck. They'll sell them in clusters. You can buy extended warranties. They have APUs. The drivers are vetted. The maintenance plans are vetted. And that is your least risk purchase getting into the business.
I think the Walmart trucks actually come with
Warranties?
service history too.
Exactly. That is a least risk purchase. You know, I spent some time.
Yeah, that's smart.
I spent some time with a guy who was buying a cluster of trucks, and I told him, I explained to him, we went all over it, etc., like that. And then he called me. He said, and I said, so did you buy a truck? He said, yeah, I didn't buy Walmart trucks, though. I said, what did you buy? And he got the stupid ass deal. I hung up on him. I said, listen, man, I got no time for stupidity. You're going to have the best day you can. And I asked him the same question. Have you ever seen a Walmart truck broken down on the side of the road? And this is the owner-operator's answer. Well, what does that have to do with it? Well, duh.
Did he help write afart.org?
Exactly. And this is, and I'm sorry if I get grumpy some days, Bobby, but I got no time for stupidity.
I got all day for stupidity, bro. This is what. Otherwise, the live wouldn't have worked. Oh my god, dude. Oh, dude. I still like the guy. I still like McCown, dude. The fucking percolator, dude. Not so much, but I still like McCown, dude. He needs to he had a chance to redeem himself right there, dude. He had a chance to redeem himself and just be like, yes, this 3% cap on brokers is not correct. You guys are right. He had a chance to say that, dude. And he said it, and then he fucking backtracked, dude.
But they never do, Bobby. That's the problem. They talk to hear himself. And that's like Vince getting in his camper, going to meet with Trump and Vance and Duffy, taking pictures of this and that and whatever.
Parking signs.
Exactly. For Christ's sakes, grow up, get back in your truck, do the best you can for your family. Because my perception, and I could be wrong, I think he's the one who he wants to be the Secretary of Transportation. Man, I'd love to be in a meeting with him. I would spit him out so fast he wouldn't know if his ass was punched or bored.
But you're saying wait till they start collecting money too, right? So I mean, how do we know they're not collecting money? Like, say for example, say for that load board or something like that. What if people are investing in that? You know what I mean?
Well, that's their problem. Okay, Bobby, let's talk like people. If somebody's going to invest, obviously there's got to be a strategy. B, there's going to be a plan. Okay, and C, there's going to be an incorporation with secretary, treasurers. There's going to be voting shares, etc., like that. Okay, and if they are that inane, somebody's going to give them $100,000 to do this load board. They're going to take a hit on a customer of X number, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they're never going to get out of it. It's never going to get off the ground, and B, it's just the whole concept is stupid, and they think they're so smart.
But then, what pisses me off huge is they expect people to go ruin their lives, their credit, their livelihood for 3% on their money, dude.
Exactly, Bobby. Exactly. On a system that's not tried. It's not proven. They don't even have a customer base. Who's venting the credit for these customers? It's who's going to vet these carriers?
Yeah, but
so his name is Clyde Smith.
But then if you hire a sales guy, and then you get 3% of the profit, a good sales guy gets at least 50%, right? If he's working at a company, if you're your own agent, you could get more, right? Obviously. But just say for example 50% for commission for a sales guy, and then you make off every $1,000 you get $30, bro, right? Or $300. Yeah, $30, right? Yeah. I got to do the math now. Jesus Christ. Yeah, 3%, $3. Yeah. So for every 1,000 is $30. So you want for the broker to put up $1,000 of their own money to risk it for $15 because he has to pay the sales guy his commission, and then the company.
Exactly, Bobby.
Where's the money for
Way
the
to go.
overhead? Where's the money for the transportation management system? Where's the money for the office? Where the fuck's the money for a decent computer for you to work on?
You're going to need a printer. And where's the legal budget? The legal budget in this is probably going to be the startup phase, probably
good
about
fucking point, bro.
3.5 to 6% of the revenue.
Good fucking point.
In the first year. What's that, Bobby?
Good fucking point, dude. Legal budget. I didn't even think about that.
Like, Bobby, we're not dumb. Like, I may not be as pretty as you, but I'm not.
I might not be as educated as you, but
but I'm not stupid. And that's and they just don't think. Oh my God. And I don't want to be mean or nasty to them because they're doing the best they can with what they have. But it doesn't make financial and business common sense.
Nope.
That's the reality.
We got a new person calling in. Fastest Peterbilt. You on here?
Yes, sir.
What's up, buddy? First time caller? Like my fucking my Tiger Blue Tiger commercial. What's up, dude?
Taking it easy. It's been a while for on your group calls or your group conferences.
What's going on, buddy?
Just going down to Houston, coming out of Houston. Same old.
What's up? You got a
Bobby, there's a girl here called Audrey Wesser. Why don't you bring her up? Because she seems to be the brains behind these guys. Okay, she's on some of their lives. She will come up because I'd love to have an integrated conversation with her.
Call on in. If there's anybody else that's for afart.org, please jump on in as well. We'd love to have more discussions about this stupidity. But have her call in, dude. No problem.
Well, I don't know if I think she can hear me. She's in the chat at Audrey Wesser or something like that.
There we go.
Dude, as an owner op,
is that the lawyer lady for them?
Cross country. Then there she is.
She looks like a lawyer lady. You a lawyer lady?
Oh, okay. Let's listen to her, guys. Seriously. Hi,
okay,
Audra. Good day to you, Audra. My name is Armstrong. I'm out of Canada. I've been around a bit. PhD, etc., like that. L1 to work and live in the U.S. FM3 to do the same in Mexico. Okay. Senior management jobs in all aspects. Okay. Privileged to be in care and control of a balance sheet of a very large company with assets in Canada and the U.S., and we do have trade agreements into Mexico with various service providers.
Roger's like, let her talk, but let me tell my resume first.
Well, there you go. Oh, no, she doesn't know me. Okay, go ahead, Audra.
Well, okay, so I guess I'll follow that up with I have a PhD in domestic policy, a master's degree in American government. I am not the brains behind AFFTRA. I'm actually the antichrist to them because I was the person that first exposed it as not even being legal or constitutional. So I've been painted as the antichrist in this entire thing because I got drug into this. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. I'm a policy analyst, member of the American Bar Association. I am not a lawyer, so let me just clarify that.
That's fine.
I got drug into this because what I do in my real life is I write policy for local, state, federal government, international trade deals. My main focus is usually agriculture and natural resource development.
Okay.
So I deal a little bit with trucking, obviously, in those two industries, but I got drug into this because, and this is my short abridged version of the story, is I had a friend of mine, agricultural cow truck driver out of Montana, who said, "Hey, you're our person. What do you think about this AFFRTA thing?" And I'd never even heard of it. To be honest with you, until then, I kind of stayed out of all the trucking stuff. You guys do your thing, and I support you, but I stayed out of it. I read it, literally called him back 15 minutes later, and I said, "Well, let's start with the fact of there's not a single citation in there about where this imaginary number comes from.
Exactly.
Number two, it's unconstitutional on so many levels.
I don't know that.
And number three is I said, I will be honest with you. I said, I think TikTok is a great platform to, engage drivers or engage anybody, right? Like engage groups. but there is no validity to TikTok movements. And number 4 is petitions hold no weight.
Exactly. They're not binding.
Yo,
They are
let her
not
talk. Let her
binding.
talk. Let her talk.
So I'm not a driver. I'm not a truck owner. I'm not in anything. I jumped on this because I saw McGowan was on there, and he's really quick to throw me under the bus saying, well, you're not a driver and you don't understand. You're right. I'm not. I'm not going to argue that. But what I do understand is getting people's hopes up for something that will never happen and bringing hate and discontent to an industry that's already struggling enough for a dozen different reasons we could talk about tonight. And just wanting to be like, hey, I'm not saying that you don't have a right to be angry. I'm not saying you don't have a right to be concerned about your industry, because you do, but you're not the only one. And so, no, I am not the brains behind it. I'm kind of the Antichrist, and that's kind of how I've been painted, and I'm okay with that.
So question for you quick, sorry. Okay, so when you read this and you talked to him, right? So basically from my understanding is like, I've tried to go down to the things that they're stating that they wanted. And then he basically tried explaining that everything else under the $5 rule is only if that $5 per mile rule happens. I don't know if you heard him say that or not. So am I understanding this correctly, that all that stuff is just fairy dust unless the $5 per mile happens?
I don't, to be frankly honest with you, sir, I don't understand what he's trying to accomplish, because I read things for
Roger, relax, buddy.
I read things for context, and so I read it basically based on how it was written, and literally even how you produced it. So I don't understand I don't see any contingency saying if this or if that. I just read it for context, and the way it's written, yeah, I see exactly how you're interpreting it that way. I mean, I think you could put 20 people in a room and they can interpret it 20 different ways.
That's what he said. Now, another question for you. I know you said you're not a trucker. Are you familiar with trucking at all a little bit, or no?
Yeah, no, I actually am. My grandfather owned a gravel company in Iowa and Wisconsin for many years. So I grew up, my very first job ever was running up and down trees, cutting limbs off of it, hauling it on logging equipment. Sorry, it's kind of like a question for like a lead. I was expecting you to say yes or no, my bad.
But okay, so now when you look at this 3% cap on brokers, right? Now, do you think it's fair? Because like I say, a broker is the person that gives the loads to the trucking companies. So the broker gets the loads from customers. So now, say if the customer gives the broker $100,000 worth of freight, right? Now this freight broker is liable for the payment of this to the carriers, right? So they're basically responsible for that money to get paid out. So do you really think putting a 3% on a company like that to only get 3% of like return on big money is fair?
It's not only that, it violates the basic contract law and due process. Like, whether I think that number is fair or accurate or not, the reality is that it violates basic contract law, it violates due process, and it imposes arbitrary limits without economic justification for market variance. I mean, it also risks antitrust scrutiny. I mean, there's a lot of legal loopholes before we even talk about the number that literally doesn't even make it valid.
And then it's also against like capitalism, right, and free market, in my understanding, no?
Absolutely. No, absolutely. On the most basic levels, yeah, it's against a free market.
I sure can't talk as smart as you are, but I definitely kind of understand a little bit about capitalism's economy, supply and demand, and you can't markets, like every market in trucking, different city, different state, different area is going to have like a different market, different prices for rates. So if you have, say, a little grandma knitting sweaters and she knits the shit out of a bunch of them, and she's in an area where there's no trucks, for her to pay like $5 per mile to ship her sweater somewhere, like she's not going to stay in business. This is absolutely crazy.
No, and that's right. And I think I put in the comments that, I've had several different economic analysts look at this that are non-trucking people who are, deal with transportation directly. And we've sent him multiple charts and citations and all that kind of stuff. And it just falls on deaf ears. I mean, even I know you guys were talking about the $5 a mile and what that would do to the economy. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's terrifying what it would do to the American economy, depending on the sect of what it is. I mean, it's going to push a lot of people to rail or air or other things, because it would almost make it cheaper. I know that seems absolutely insane, but it would. It
already is cheaper. That's the problem, and a lot of stuff's already getting pushed towards the rail. So if you got a lot of stuff going towards the rail already, taken away from truck drivers, like you said, imagine what that $5 per mile minimum is going to do. It would absolutely shut down trucking.
Right. And I think too, the fundamental thing is, and I've heard your listeners talk about this tonight, is that The $5 a mile violates the Interstate Commerce Clause. It interferes with interstate rate negotiations and imposes these undue burdens on carriers operating across state lines. It conflicts with the federal presumption under the FAA, which talks about regulating motor carrier prices and routes and all that. It's kind of part of the reason why deregulation happened in the 80s with the ICC and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of what led to that. So there's no way they're going to go back that way. I mean, the American capitalism and the American markets couldn't sustain that.
So 2 things. Basically, you're saying I'm never going to get that tattoo on my ass that we and him agreed upon. And the second thing you're saying, so the deregulation was actually a good thing for trucking, not like what they're saying it was a bad thing, right? Because it gave more people ways to get in and also work and make money in trucking.
So my opinion on that is, and I mean, obviously that's probably something you guys could agree or more. And I'm a firm believer that I grew up in a blue collar family, and I think that everybody has the opportunity to go out in this country and do what you want to do. Deregulation allowed people like owner operators to come into business. It wasn't controlled by mega carriers or union carriers. So in my opinion, yes, deregulation was a good thing because it opened the market to owner operators or small fleet operators or niche market operators where, yeah, I mean, without that, you would really have mega corporations, because if you don't, buy into what the ICC was doing, you weren't allowed to do it. The ICC authority, so at that point in time, just as a little quick history and to kind of explain that is, the ICC authority was so expensive that people couldn't afford to do it. It was only the mega carriers who could afford to pay that ICC authority or kind of the pay to play thing. So in my opinion, yes, deregulation was good because it gave people the ability to go out and start their own mom and pop businesses and small fleets and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, that's obviously an industry question.
Okay, that was my next question, because I didn't exactly I think my audio was messed up. You could hear me though, or no? Because the chat can't hear me that good.
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay. So
Audrey,
basically,
it's Armstrong down here. You are 100% correct, and I hope I didn't besmirch you by asking you to come up or embarrass you. I've just heard you in one of their lives, and you were, quote, the voice of reason. They wouldn't have let me up because I was going to articulate in a way that they would understand, but you've articulated much better than what I would have. And I 1000% agree with everything you've said, especially I thought it would violate antitrust laws. I wasn't sure. Again, I'm a Canadian, eh? But what you say makes 100% sense. I'll go back to mute myself.
I agree with what she said too, but I only want the $5 mile for myself.
But then another thing, because I didn't study. What the fuck is wrong? Is my mic really fucked up? Okay, could you guys hear me or no?
Yeah, we hear you.
I don't think the chat can hear me. Well, I know, but the chat's saying they can't hear me. And then when I'm looking at my audio, okay, good. So I didn't study the pre-regulation stuff, but that was from the little stuff that I do know, it was only bigger companies, right? They were allowed to have trucking companies, and that's why you're able to drive from Chicago to California and go back empty, and you still made a bunch of money. And the smaller people and smaller companies were not able to get into the industry, right? Am I getting the gist of it?
Absolutely. Yeah, you are. And Armstrong, you are correct. It does violate some antitrust things. It's just, unfortunately, antitrust is lower on that list of things that it violates versus some of those big constitutional issues. But you are correct. And you're both correct.
Okay, so what deregulation did, in essence, it allowed Ma and Pa to venture into the marketplace and to do on-demand, just-in-time deliveries of FAK, freight of all kinds, ex-Detroit, put 2 drivers in the truck, and deliver in San Diego within 72 hours. And there was no way these regulated carriers like Mushroom, Maisland, Pacific Intermountain Express, they would be 2 weeks and charge you $30,000. And these people came in below fair market threshold at that time, let's say $17,000, were able to get it there. They had the proper insurances, which is huge, okay? And they had professional drivers, which is even more bigger at that point in time, correct?
Were you in a bathtub now, Roger, dude? What the fuck is going on?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, yes, you are correct. Yeah, no, and to kind of a little bit, I just wanted to redirect just a little bit. Basically what it did, fundamentally is it allowed mom and pop carriers to even be involved in the industry in any capacity, whether that was a broker or a dispatcher or a shipper or anything like that. Prior to that, those restrictions were held very tightly by the ICC, and you had to kind of pay the tithing, as the old adage goes, to be involved at all. It wasn't just the actual transportation; it was all of the industry. They had the industry locked down.
Wait, so
That's right. And they had a lawyer called Hank Seaton, HankSeaton, who made a phenomenal amount of money defending these regulated carriers so people would not get license and reciprocity through a given area.
Wait, so were you the one that was in that little, like, didn't you guys do like a little podcast together or like an interview or something? Was that you or no? Or am I thinking of something else, somebody else?
Me?
Yeah.
I've been on some of their lives, and like I said, I kind of tend to be the antichrist on it, because I talk about the policy side of it, and I'm just like, you can't do this because of that. And so I get shut down pretty quick. And again, do I think there are ways to improve your industry through policy? Absolutely. But it's not through that.
Okay, so there's another lady that's a lawyer, right? Or was that you working with them and they said you're a lawyer, they didn't even know what you were doing? Because they said they're working with...
There's a lady who's a creator. She's a lawyer, and I believe she's a broker. Maybe she's a driver too.
Is that Cassandra Gaines by any chance, ma'am?
I don't know. You know, I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of in that. I try to avoid a lot of that stuff, and that's why I kind of lurk in the questions and the comments, because I don't know who all they're working with. The only reason why I said anything is like I said, when you're like, well, you're the brains, and I'm like, ooh, not on that side. I just want to clarify that. I'm kind of the...
Hey, these guys are not the brightest, but do they think you're the brains?
She's wonderful, Bobby. And Bobby, I could not believe she was in the chat. And again, I hope I didn't besmirch you by bringing you up. It's just, I know you can add value. I'm going mute again.
No, and I don't know if I'll tell you this. If I was the brains of the operation, we would stop doing all of the TikToking we're doing with all of that kind of stuff, and I would kind of rein that in, because I work with other industries that are doing similar things with not necessarily rates, but their own agendas, and we try to stay off of social media unless it's a uniformed message or something like that. But so I don't know, maybe they think I'm the brains, but it's interesting, because when you say, it's kind of like being a mom, when you say no, you can't go out and take the car out for a ride, then you're the bad guy, right? And so all I'm trying to do is, as somebody who's I've worked in Washington, D.C., I've worked in several states, I've worked in local government. I just know that if you came to the government, if you came to the federal government with that whatever petition, I call it a document, I don't even call it a petition, they would not even give you the opportunity to speak. They wouldn't even pay any attention to you. They're not going to give it any credibility. It hasn't been vetted. There's no citations. It hasn't been reviewed by a legal team. It hasn't, all of those things. Is my side of it is that what I do is I draft legislation, I cite it, I put all the legalities in it, I ship it off to economists, I ship it off to lawyers. They review it, they kick it back to me, and they're like, yeah, this is bad, big X's, or yeah, this is good, but it's going to have a huge economic impact. And then we rework the legislation for whether my client is a senator or a congressman or a state legislator or a townsman or whatever, and we rework it. It takes months to years to do that. I'll be honest with you. It takes a long time. It's not something that you just slap into Chat GPT and you do that. It doesn't work like that. And so what I was telling them is that if this is actually something they want to do, you have to dial it back, and you have to make sure that your idea is in compliance with just basic law. You can question FMCSA's rules and policy and all that. That's fine, but there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it, and this AFFTRA is the wrong way to do it.
Okay, so wait, hold on, Roger. Roger, calm down a little bit, yo. Roger, I'm trying to talk.
What?
I'm trying to say something. You keep interrupting me every time I try to say something. You got to give me a second.
You're gonna make me cry.
Okay, so basically, if you had just listening to the way you're talking, like how you say stuff. Okay, you definitely don't have nothing to do with this, because they have a Google document, as their website, which is just absolutely unprofessional and pathetic, in my opinion. And then second question, first statement. Second question is I have, just based on everything you're looking at, on a 0 to 100% chance of any of this going through, what do you give it?
-3.
Okay, that's what I figured. All right, Roger, go ahead, bro. Go with your question.
Okay, sorry, Bobby. Ma'am, do you have any idea of what it would do to the gross domestic product of the U.S. and the inflationary spiral that would cause? Do you have any idea and or projection? And the key word is idea and projection of what that $5 a mile would cost the American public.
So when we modeled it, and we have, go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead. I got a different proposal after.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So when we modeled it, the average came out to be, and we just solely looked at the cost to the consumer. We didn't go down the GDP route or any of the inflation route. We looked at just on the most basic level, the loaf of bread model. We call, so that's basically the $2 a bread loaf of bread. We call that a baseline. It was 10 to 15%, depending on what part of the country you lived in. So if you add in GDP and all of that, if you really went down that a lot further, you're looking at probably between 10 to 20%, depending on where you're at. Because keep in mind, we have areas that are a lot harder to get to, even by truck or plane or all that kind of stuff, versus really urban areas. So it was just kind of an overall blanket. So my guess or estimate would be on cost to consumers somewhere between 10 to 20%, depending.
There you go. There you go.
A lot lower than I expected.
Was I not in the ballpark? I'm going mute.
Oh
Right,
my
check
goodness.
this out. This is going to be a wild card, but it might sound weird. We might actually benefit from a weaker dollar, as weird as it sounds. Could you imagine what all these loans that these corporations have and stuff like that? If inflation goes up and we can control that inflation, our loans will be technically paying back themselves in a way, and our debt for their country would be paid back like pennies on the dollar in that aspect.
Well, I'm not like smart economist or anything, but I think that's kind of why Trump wanted to crash the market a little bit, right, to get our interest rates down. So even like the national debt and stuff. But I get where you're going from. I know I get where you're coming from, but yeah, just that's all above my head, man, above my pay grade on that shit.
My answer to that, and I'm sure Miss Audra will support me here, that is a long shot, and it's not worth the risk.
It is risky, though.
Yeah, they can't let it get too low, because then we're screwed, and they can't let it get too high. So it's kind of like, in my opinion, like you got to balance it somehow, right? I mean, the lower it is too, right? Because you have to drop. And then another thing is the interest rates, man. You know, they've been scamming on interest. Sorry, not the interest, but the rates for such a long time. Like the rate should have been lowered a few years ago, but they've been lying about job numbers. And now finally the real job numbers are coming out. So now they're lowering the rates.
On Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, they already lowered it twice. We'll have to go the third time and shit too. Again, above my paid grade. But yeah, it is what it is, man. So AAFART never happening ever, as we heard from Miss Audrey here. So
Can you remove their name from your freaking thing, dude? I just realized it says A fart. Like,
why would I remove it?
Their website.
It's not the real website, dude.
Oh, really?
Read it.
I thought that was a real website.
Oh my goodness. All right, Ms. Audrey, any other things you want to add? Thank you for joining us. And is there anything else you want to finish with or let us know?
No, I'll just briefly touch on the idea about the market thing. I think I kind of tend to agree with you to a point, but here's the wild card in that. When we are taking money from other countries and we're doing this kind of globalization thing, part of that trade-off is labor dumping. So if we, like today, where we took $1 trillion from Saudi Arabia, the trade-off to that is we're going to be dealing with Saudi businesses in our country. And one of the unfortunate, easiest industries for international people to get involved in is going to be trucking. And so that's kind of the trade-off there when it comes to crashing markets and all that. So
how's that going to work though? Because I heard that they don't even have that much money to give us. So like that's according to what I was listening to, they're saying that they're kind of like down right now. Oil prices are not high enough for them to make that kind of money in Saudi Arabia. Literally right now, they kind of like overpromise for something they don't even really have right now.
Absolutely, they did, and that's a whole international trade issue that's going to kind of come back and bite us. But it makes good PR, right? Like it's a good American talking point. But but just one of those things. We look at money we've given to other countries and kind of how that's came back and bit us in other ways. That would be the only thing. But no, I will go mute. And if anybody has any questions, feel free.
Well, I'm actually just about to shut the show down, dude. I got to go do real work. Unfortunately, it was a wild one. How many restrictions did we get? Two or three? Two, right? I think.
Three
restrictions. At least the whole thing's recorded live on YouTube. So if anybody wants to watch it, you're more than welcome to go back and watch it on YouTube. Appreciate everybody joining. This was actually a really fun fucking show. I enjoyed myself today. And hopefully everybody makes a bunch of money, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.
Hey,
Can
later.
you follow me, please?
Later.
Everybody ban highway. Ban highway. Start the movement.
Okay, Audra,
Ban
can you
highway.
follow me?
All right, then ending.